Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, a very warm welcome to you. My name is Lethu and thank you so much for tuning in. So if you are into personal growth and self-help content, please do press that red subscribe button down below to join the family, and let's get into today's video. So today we're talking all things vision boards. I'll be telling you how I created mine, the apps that I used, and then I'll show you my vision board and I'll take you through what's on it. So a vision board is a visual representation of your dreams, your goals, and your desires, anything at all that you want to achieve and attain in the future. So basically a vision board is a visual representation of what your year would look like ideally. So I like to think of vision boards as a source of inspiration and motivation, because whenever I look at mine, I get super inspired and motivated to act and to work towards achieving those goals. So a vision board is also a visual cue because it reminds you to work towards achieving those goals, because a lot of the times when we set goals at the beginning of the year, it's easy for us to get swept up and distracted by the busyness and the hustle and bustle of our daily lives that we completely forget about those goals, and so we don't even give ourselves the chance to work towards achieving them. So having your goals written down on paper or having a vision board helps with reminding you to act and to work towards achieving those things. So you can have anything at all on your vision board, anything that will spark that inspiration and motivation, anything that will make you feel like your dreams are attainable. So you can have pictures, quotes, affirmations, and biblical scriptures, anything that will just get you excited about the future. So before I even get started with creating the actual vision board, I first like to start off by writing down a list of my goals for the year. This just gives me a sense of direction, and it helps me to see the vision for the year so that I know what kind of quotes, pictures, affirmations, and biblical scriptures to look for my vision board. And I like to write down my goals in the present tense because I believe that the more you say certain things about yourself, the more you believe them. And when you believe those things about yourself, you identify as that kind of person, and therefore you show up as that kind of person. So I spoke about this in my how to set goals video. If you missed it, and if you're interested, I'll link it in the cards and in the description box below. So there's something called confirmation bias, which basically states that as human beings, we will look for evidence to prove that we really are the kind of people that we think we are, that we believe we are. So for example, I have a goal written down as I save before spending. I save 15% of my earnings or allowance. And so when I get that bank notification, it forces me to do the right thing in that moment and to show up as that kind of person in that moment. So I'm not even going to think too much about my expenses. I will just do the right thing and save that 15% and save before even spending. So basically, with writing down your goals in the present tense, it forces you to show up as that kind of person. It forces you to do the right thing in that moment, because you'll always want to prove more and more to yourself that you really are that kind of person. So yeah, that's why I write my goals down in the present tense. And then I'll move on to setting systems for my goals. So your systems are your habits and your actionable steps that you take in order to achieve a certain goal. So I have a video on that as well. If you're interested, do check it out. So with systems, they basically help with boosting your confidence and with pushing you to get started on that goal. Because when you have a really big dream or even just a big task or a big project, it's easy for you to be intimidated by that. And so you do a lot of procrastinating to avoid getting started on that task. But when you have a system in place, when you have an action plan, it makes you feel capable, and therefore it's easier for you to get started because you know exactly what steps to take in order to achieve that goal. So now let's move on to the actual process of creating the vision board. So the first step would be to go onto Pinterest, look for all of the pictures that are aligned with your goals and aligned with how you want to feel this year. Once you have all of those pictures, save them onto your laptop and then export them onto an app called Moodza. So Moodza is a really fun and easy app to use. I really enjoy it. Once your pictures are on Moodza, you will then arrange them and resize them how you like. Just do whatever you have to do to make it look exactly how you envision it. And once you're done with your vision board, you can then download it onto your laptop. So once I had downloaded my vision board, I then had it printed out on an A3 piece of paper, and because I also had some cardboard paper or chart paper around the house, I then stuck it onto that just to make it a bit firm. Then I saved my digital version of the vision board on my phone as my wallpaper and on my laptop, just to make sure that I see it as much as possible. So this is my vision board for 2021. I really like it. I think it came out quite nicely. So yeah, now let me just talk you through what I have on my vision board. So I generally like to have a word for the year, or like an overarching theme for the year, which basically just encapsulates how I want to feel in that year. So this year my word is freedom, and I basically just want to feel free. I want to feel financially free. I want to feel free to do the things that I want to do, the things that I've always wanted to do, and I want to feel free to express myself creatively. So with things like YouTube, I want to feel like I am creative enough to do the things that I want to do, to turn my vision into a reality. Yeah, but with that of course comes the responsibility to learn and to really apply myself, and that's why I have this picture here, which is just books. Yeah, so I just really want to learn this year. I really want to apply myself, and I started with that last year. I started really applying myself with things like YouTube editing. I learned so much just by applying myself and being intentional about that. And so I want to continue that on this year as well, because I realized that the more you apply yourself and the more you learn, there really is nothing that you can't do. A lot of the times I look at YouTubers that I look up to, I look at their work, and it can be really intimidating to do some of the things that you want to do just based off of what you see on YouTube from other creators. But I was able to do some of those things last year just because I applied myself. So I want to continue doing that, and yeah, just learn as much as I can. I'm also thinking of taking a few courses, maybe something on Skillshare, just to expand my skill set and my knowledge. And then we have this little corner here, which is just basically about connections with friends, family, and with God. So with this picture here, it's just basically about cultivating friendships with like-minded women. So a lot of the times when we're younger, we tend to build friendships based on proximity. So who's around you, who you're attending classes with, who you're in a certain club with or playing sports with, and you make friends with those people. And a lot of those friendships fizzle out as we grow older. So at this point in my life, I'm just really yearning for friendships with women who will complement the kind of woman that I'm trying to become, and will complement the kind of life that I'm trying to live, and not in a materialistic way at all, but with regards to values and beliefs. Because a lot of the times we speak about being equally yoked with romantic partners, but I feel like it's equally important to be equally yoked with your friends as well. So to be on a similar kind of journey with those friends as well. So I'm just really looking for women that are comfortable and confident in their own skin and in their own journey, what they're trying to do in their lives. Women who want to inspire, women that I can grow with, women who can help me become the woman that I want to become one day. But of course there has to be reciprocation, so I hope to be that friend for them as well. So yeah, that's just basically it with this picture. And then with this one, just a reminder to stay connected with my family, to make the most of the time that we have. With this pandemic, it's really been disheartening to see how many people we've lost, how many people are losing their loved ones, and so I just really want to cherish the time that we still have together. So yeah, that's what I want to do there. And then this is just a reminder to be centered in God. I'm really praying and hoping that everything that I do will be guided by God, and that God will be the center of it all. So yeah, that's just really what I want, for God to be the center of my life. I have here, Jesus be the center of our lives. That's exactly what I want. And then I have a picture here of a mirror and a reflection of a flower. So with that, I just want to do a lot of reflecting this year, because I feel like the more we spend time reflecting and reviewing things, the more we can actually grow, the more we can become better versions of ourselves, because we're looking back and we're seeing the mistakes that we're making, and so we can make the necessary adjustments in order to improve. And then I have a picture here of a cup of whatever it is that's spilling over, coffee or whatever, which just basically is me saying and praying that I will feel abundant this year. I hope to feel abundant in every aspect of my life, and I just want my cup to runneth over. That's what I'm hoping for. So yeah, that's why I have that there. And then I have a camera here, which is just for YouTube. Want to continue doing YouTube. And then I have a 100K plaque. So with the 100K plaque, this isn't necessarily the goal. The goal isn't to get 100K subscribers this year. However, if that were to happen, that would be amazing. But I try not to focus too much on numbers, but instead I try to focus on quality and adding value to people's lives. So when I think of people who have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, I think of high quality content, I think of consistency, I think of people who add value to people's lives in some way or another. And that's exactly what I want to do. So this is to remind myself to do exactly that, to produce the best that I can possibly produce with what I have and with where I am right now in my life, and to be consistent as well, and to add value to your guys' lives as best as I can. So yeah, that's why I have that plaque there. And then I have here, I am grateful for my creative ability, just to assert that. And I have a mic here, which is for my podcast. I am hoping to continue with my podcast, although I am also hoping to be really consistent on YouTube. And I feel like when the one is thriving and doing well, the other has to suffer. So at this point in time, I really do want to focus on YouTube more than anything. Therefore, I do feel like I may have to just put the podcast on pause for a while until I have YouTube on lock, until I can see that I'm able to be consistent on YouTube, because juggling both is honestly so much work, especially with the kind of content that I do. There's a lot that goes into it. So yeah, we'll see how that goes, but ideally I would be doing both. Yeah. And then what else do I have here? Okay, and then I have these books here, which is just a reminder to continue reading. I've been doing really well, so I want to continue that this year. Hopefully I can read a book a month. That's what I'm aiming for this year. Yeah. And what else do I want to share? I obviously won't share everything because there's a lot to get through, and some things just have to be kept private. So yeah. And then I have these pictures here, which is just to continue eating healthy and to work out. Hopefully by the end of the year I'll have abs. That's what I'm aiming for. That's what I'm working towards. So yeah, I know these aren't exactly abs, but yeah, that's what I'm working towards. This is highly dependent on COVID, but I am hoping to take dance classes this year. If it's possible, of course. If it's not, it's fine. But I really want to try something new. I mostly just enjoy pop and hip-hop dance, but right now I really want to expand my skill set and just push myself and see how far I can go with dance. So yeah, that's why I have that there. And then I have some gentle reminders here that everything is possible, progress not perfection. So this is really important for me because I can be just a little bit of a perfectionist, and so I can hold myself back at times from doing the things that I want to do just because I want them to be a certain way. Just to remind myself to aim for progress and not to always seek perfection. And then this is just a reminder to always practice gratitude, to always be grateful for the things that I do have. And yeah, and then I deserve to be financially free and create your own reality. So this is just a reminder that I am the boss of my own life and that I am responsible for creating my own reality and creating the life that I feel I deserve. So yeah, that's my vision board in a nutshell. Of course, like I said, I can't share everything because some things are personal, but I hope that it inspires you guys to create your own as well. If you haven't already, do let me know if you've created your vision board already, and what's your word for the year, what's your theme for 2021. Let me know down below in the comment section. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And let me know if there's anything at all that I can do to improve your experience here on my channel. If you have any video requests, anything like that, let me know down below. Yeah, and remember to never give up on the life you know you deserve. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.